What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the importance of restarting and resetting. So everyone's been there. Everyone's been there where you start something and it didn't work out. It came to a point where you really wanted something to work out and then you had to restart everything that you ever worked on, right? And getting to that point where you're trying to get back to rather seeing the results or even gaining results in general to get whatever you've been working for is one of the toughest things. But I tell you now, trust. It is very important to restart, very important to refocus, to restart the plan that you already originally had, or to restart the ideas that you had, because sometimes rather you've learned from your experiences of that they didn't work or that they did work. It's good to put those and implement it into the new plan to move forward with whatever you've been doing. And so, whenever I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about restarting is not such a negative thing. Before I used to think about like, man, I've made all this progress and now I'll come back and there's nothing to show for it. Or I've made all this progress and now there's nothing to like look back and even be proud of. I spent all these years working on this and that, but there's no money that I've even made. There's no followers I've even made, like stuff like that. And then, kind of just moving forward from there, it used to be very discouraging. It used to be very, it used to put me in a big negative headspace, goodness. But now I look at it and I'm like, man, what have I learned from those years that I've already experienced blank and blank? How many connections have I made during blank and blank, and really moving with that? Because the thing is that whenever you start restarting and you start resetting your mind, you realize that you've actually acquired more than you would have from when you first started, whether that's good or bad. You start understanding what it is that you need to do to move forward. You start understanding what it takes for you to start becoming profitable, or what it takes for you to start becoming gaining more progress in whatever it is that you're working on. So utilize the things that you learned, utilize the connections that you made, utilize everything that you've already experienced up until this moment. If you have to restart, then restart. Especially if you're young. Being young and restarting is not as bad as if you're like 30 or 40 and then you got to restart. You got 2 kids, you got a wife, you got a family you got to look after, right? Right now, you're trying to figure life out. And as much as we want to just be like, damn, we got it figured out. We're going to make all this money. We're going to be successful. We're going to move here. We're going to travel. We're going to go see these people, whatever the case is. Like, we're just young people trying to figure it out. Man, even if you are older and you're like, because I know my audience ranges, even if you are on the older side and you are maybe like 35 and up, like the thing is, the beauty to life is that you're always trying to figure life out, because there's no guidebook to trying to figure it out perfectly, play by play, right? And the thing is that for you, it might be one thing. You might be like, okay, look, I figured out how to make a business and how to be able to make it profitable, right? I understand what it's like to be able to go to school and be able to graduate, to get a degree. I understand what it's like to go teach a class and to be able to have students that I can also be able to talk to and help grow, right? But the thing is that you don't know what it's like to be a doctor. You don't know what it's like to be a football player, a professional football player. You don't know what it's like to be a professional basketball player and be on a whole world scale like that. And the thing is that people have so many values that they can always teach to other people, which is why people are also valuable to each other. Whenever you restart, you start understanding that you also carry the same value as someone else, because now you can also teach someone else that was also once in your position. If you had you now and you started looking back at where you were, you would have taught yourself so much at the beginning of it because you would have already known it. But the thing is that there's always going to be people that kind of just restart in life. And there's people that are always looking for guidance. Some people want to figure it out on their own. That's cool. That's one thing. Other people, they actually want the guidance and they're seeking it, right? And if you're one of those people that's like, look, I want the guidance. I want to be in a position where I can actually start, teaching people how to get around the curve or how to move, in a correct way so that they can see the results that they want to see, then be that person. And so restarting isn't always bad. It used to be a big mental toll on me, that I'm like, I have been working at this entrepreneurship, or I've been working at content creating and none of my videos are blowing up, or I've been working at trying to make money in Forex trading and now I've blown account after account after account. But the thing is, like I say, restarting isn't always bad. Take what you've learned and move from there. You always hear people say, Don't think of it as an L. Think of the L as a loss, and it turned into a lesson. People just focus on the loss part of it. Turn the loss into a lesson and move from there. And the thing is that whenever I start thinking about life, I'm like, okay, well, if I have to restart, it can't be a loss. You might have lost a little bit temporarily, but use a lesson from that to elevate you into the next position of your life. And the thing is that if you're starting something new completely, let's say that you're restarting, but you're starting something completely different, then find someone that's going to help you get farther in life without you having to just experience everything that you want to experience from your own ideas and your own self. And so find someone that's going to be able to mentor to you. Find someone that's going to be able to be the person that's like, yeah, I already went through these steps. I already know exactly what it's like to go through those mental adversities and to get through everything that you have to get through. Because then they're the person that's going to help you overcome you wanting to even give up, or even you wanting to restart, I'll say. So be careful with that. Be careful with all of that. And so restart, refocus, and the thing is that comes to the refocus part is, why are we restarting? What are we trying to focus on then? Is it because we don't want to restart what we've already done? Is it because we're trying to look on another project? Is it because we're trying to see what the next move is? Like, what is it that we're refocusing on? If we're going to restart this and we're going to work on whatever we've been working on, then move from there. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with refocusing. And refocusing comes with a lot of mental capacity. You got to be ready mentally to be in a position where you've already been and still trying to keep working at it, still trying to keep making it work, still trying to keep becoming profitable. And the thing is that whenever I think about those things that, I was once there to be like, man, I just want to give up. Whatever it is I'm working on, whatever it is I'm doing, it's just not working. But the more you keep going, the more results that you'll see, the more connections that you'll meet, the more people will see that you're working at something, and you'll actually gain the respect and the inspiration to other people, right? And so don't give up. And if you feel like you got to restart, don't take it as a loss. Take it as a lesson. So that's really all I got for y'all. It's more of a quick video for y'all today. It's just, whenever you think about life, think about, if I have to restart, where is it that I want to start at? And what have I learned to start here again? And then move from there. So follow me on socials. All of my socials are the same, King Malone. Till then, I will catch y'all in the next video. Go on.